Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev. It's Friday evening, you know what that means. It's party time! Oh, or hobby time. Whichever you want. Either way, let's just... Oh, there we go. Happy Friday, yo! So, I hope you've had a fantastic week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend planned. Let me know what you've been doing up in the chat. Let me know what you've been working on, what you've not been working on. Just general chit chat stuff and all that cool stuff as well. And while you're at it, don't forget to throw down a like, maybe even a subscribe. I hope to earn your subscribe by the end of the show, or at any point during the show. But yeah, just slap the like button. That's always nice as well. I hope you're all well. Anyway, it's been a lovely week, hasn't it, in the UK? Lovely weather. Topping up our tans and everything. You know, all looking like lobsters. It's great. But yeah, it's good fun. Anyways, let me know if things slow up, if the sound gets a bit jittery, if you know anything's okay or everything's fine, whatever. Let me know. I'm still tweaking things. I'm still adding bits and pieces and trying to, you know, get things right. I'm gonna start that tune from the beginning and have that in the background because that was banging. That was a banging tune. Let's have the sound down. Okay. Keep an eye on that sound. So yeah, if I start jittering, my vocals start going a bit weird, whatever, let me know in the chat. I can always tweak it. As for this blooming thing here, what an absolute pain. You know what's annoying about this thing is that you have to redo it every single time. There we go. Ha! Tech wizard! Ah! And just slide it down a bit there. There we go. Oh, that looks great. Hey, it's almost professional, right? Let's hop over here. Oh, hang on. Those are our members, by the way. Big loves to you. I'll give you a shout out at the end of the show. There we go. Slide that down. Oh, it's like I'm a pro. There we go. Anyways, so tonight we have got some really cool stuff to discuss. We got some really cool stuff to do. But first off, I want to have a big shout out, a big salute, a sound off to all the early birds in the chat. So we'll start right at the top. Shall we start right at the top? Hang on. No, we won't start right at the top. Should we start right at the top? Or I can go here. Because I need to double check to see if everything's working fine. If what I'm seeing on this screen is reflecting what you lot are seeing over there. It's all technical. All technical. There we go. And yeah, it's all the chat's caught up. Great. So starting off right at the top, we got Ravens Rook Miniatures. How you doing, dude? We got Andrew Milligan. How you doing? Wolfenstone, our mod in the house. How you doing, mate? We got Waylanders Wandering. How you doing, dude? We also got Gina Doherty. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We got me in the chat. That's cool. Got Dave again. How you doing? We got Lupus Canis, our honorary mod. How you doing, dude? Rolling out with your Reliant Robins. We got Bagel Guy 94. How you doing, man? Glad you could join us tonight. Make sure you stick around. We got some fun tonight. The Misadventures of Mr. Fish. How you doing, dude? You've been working on your garden, Bagel Guy. Nice. Very nice. Always good to make the most of good weather and do a bit of gardening. Get it all tidy and organised so you can ignore it for another 3 months. For Captain Bazooka, how you doing? Coming in with your lasers. Awesome. We got Ravens Rook Miniatures coming in there saying hello again. How you doing, man? Waylander. Don't copy jokes, alright? Do your own jokes. Yeah, Kev the Pro. Dave's alright, and Lupus is doing what he does best and giving us a nice little shout out. So thank you so much. So tonight we have a really cool show. So I have a couple of Gene Stealers. and a couple of these termagants or hormagaunts. Can't remember. The ones with the guns. I've got 3 of each. Now, the idea tonight is you lot will come up with some really funky ideas, paint schemes that you've wanted to see on Tyranids, whether or not they, the paint scheme currently exists or not, it doesn't matter. And then I am going to put a poll of the top 3. Well, actually, I'm going to put a poll, and whichever comes in the top 3 will basically be the ones that I do on here. And because the way the armor panels are quite different, I thought it'd be a nice way to show both the heavily armored, well, not heavily armored, but the more armored Tyranids as opposed to the lesser armored Tyranids, and that way you can get a good feel of each of those 3 paint schemes. So start shooting your suggestions in the chat. Like I said, I will pick a bunch of them. I'll put it in a poll, a live poll for you to do right now, and then after that we'll start painting. And I'm going to do my best to use only the contrast paints I have. Now, I don't have any of the new ones, obviously. I'm not affiliated with anyone who has any to give me, or with Games Workshop at all. I just got the bunch that I got from the first release. Not all of them did I get. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 contrast paints. Yeah. Because, I bought the 10. They did the deal for the 10, and then I bought 2 more afterwards. I fancied. So, if a shade is needed afterwards, we'll see what we do. But I'll try and mix the contrasts to get what I need. And, yeah, we'll see what we come up with. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, start putting your suggestions in the chat right now. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes. That way, if anyone else comes in later on as well. Oh, don't quarter stuff. Not Howling Griffin. Look, these guys. So for those who don't know, I did this before, but with Necron Warriors. All in good faith. And the geniuses, the absolute sadists that are the corner crew out there in the chat, keep Howling Griffin variety. So quarter it with red and yellow. Oh, I mean, I've got the Necron somewhere here. I actually don't think he's in this box. He might be in another box. Peel him away. I really got to stop just storing miniatures on top of each other in the box. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna find it in there. Yeah, I did a Howling Griffin Necron. Just trying to be stealthy, So let's have a look and see what suggestions we have so far. And can you lot hear the music as well? I don't know if you can hear the music. It doesn't look like the levels are moving much. There we go. So let's have a look. Widen and then I can drag it. There we go. Ah, there we go. Okay, so Andrew's been busy building minis. Nice. Sat in his buddy's gaming store. Very cool, man. Very cool. So Waylander says classic pink and purple. Okay, like Eye Fleet Kraken, is it? Raven's gone with the Howling Griffin Nids. Waylander said or bone in yellow. Okay, Andrew said yellow and red quarters. Like Raven, thank you. Yeah, Dave, I know. It wasn't even Void that said it, but yes. Void goes and says red and yellow Howling Griffins. There he is. Yeah. Absolute gits, a lot of you. Green and black, like the chocolate. Ooh, mint choc. I like mint choc. Now, will we do black carapaces and green underbellies, or green on top and black under? Yeah, or striped. So that would just make it a bit too... Yeah. Green and purple always, says Mr. Fish. Well, that's because they're his favourite colours. Just paint the arms and legs alternate red and yellow. That's the thing though, right? You can't quarter an id because they have 6 limbs. Unless you paint the middle one half a colour. No, forget that. Forget that noise. Bony colour, flesh, pink, carapace, and with yellow spots. Okay, he's not supposed to make it too difficult. Light blue grey body with orange carapace plates. Red for fence and joints, black for eyes, and white for teeth. Ah, see, that's a more comprehensive suggestion. Thank you for that. I might put that up, actually. No, not Mr. Blobby Scheme. How am I going to do that with contrast? Purple and bone or flesh, says Gina. The music's really quiet. And up a little bit more. I'm not used to coming across so loudly. Normally, my volume's quite low, isn't it? Raven says he's still working on his kit bash kill rig. We'll post soon on Community Corner for laters. Nice. Eddie says, how you doing, Phil? Glad you joined us, by the way. Sort your shit out, Kev. I'm trying to concentrate for say. What do you mean sort my shit out? Have you fast forwarded and caught up with us yet? Or are you still stuck in the past? Green on top. Okay. Green on top, black underneath. Green eyes as well? Of course, why not? Do Tesseract glow eyes. That'd be good. I do like green and black, especially because, you know, look at the header and footer. Look at all the colours. Look at the logo. It's all green and black. Paint them like your shirt, Kev. I am not... I am not painting them like a flannel shirt. That's almost tartan-like, isn't it? No, forget that, mate. Nah, couldn't do that with contrast. I haven't got the skill set. Orange and turquoise. Ooh, that's an interesting color scheme. White and blood for the blood god. What, actually use blood for the blood god, or just paint them red? Because I like my blood for the blood god. I've had the same pot for years and it still works perfectly good. And it just hurt me to use it for anything but paint splatter and mixing it with Yoo-hoo glue. Ooh, I don't know. But since Gina is a member on YouTube, it might have to be a special request. Who knows? Waylander's saying orange and turquoise again. Okay. Always like dark green under and purple carapace with bone, teeth and claws. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Hey, Frandog, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're all done in, aren't we? Absolutely done in. My first concession ticket yesterday. I'm officially in an old twat. Hey! Let's give a round of applause in the chat for Phil Ediart getting his concession ticket. Well done, mate. You've made it. You made it. You survived. There you go. Enjoy it. Robert Evans coming with Superfly. How you doing, dude? Glad to see you in the chat. We're just throwing in loads of suggestions for the paint schemes for these Tyranids I'm going to be painting tonight. I've got like 5 more minutes to get suggestions in, and then I'm going to collect a few that I feel are more interesting, throw up a poll, and then we'll see which of those we'll do by popularity, I guess. Just throw a shitload of blood at them, Kev. Alright, just for just a heads up though, I have primed them all with Wraithbone, so they're not white to start off with. I've done them Wraithbone, so it's just as like an off-white, almost like ever so slight cream sort of colour to it. Because white was too bright, grey was too dull. I wanted a nice neutral colour between them, and I didn't want to go grey. That's too neutral. Black is too dark. So yeah, Wraithbone. I think it works fine, especially if I'm going to do bone effects as well. That'll make it easier. I won't actually have to paint Wraithbone on it in order to do it. David, how you doing, man? Glad you could join us. Starship Trooper style. Oh, goodness me. Working and listening to Kev's voice now. Oh, well, thank you very much. Maybe I'll do a little deep voice for you too. Alright, let's get our saved. Yep. Let's get our own playlist going. By the way, I have finally finished Stranger Things season 4. Oh man, that last episode. Oh, bring on season 5. Oh my god. So I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who is interested in watching it, but hasn't seen it yet. It's still fresh, so I'll leave it a couple of weeks. But there's this one moment that is just so you know, it just made the first half of that episode, which by the way is like a feature length episode. It's 2 hours long. It's crazy. Paint them metallic and use some typhus corrosion. Ooh, that's interesting, because I haven't really used typhus corrosion. I've had it sitting there for ages and I really haven't touched it. You watch all 4 seasons in a week. Wow. Now that is dedication. My next show is the latest season of The Boys, and then I'll go back and watch Umbrella Academy, the latest season of that. I'm still catching up on One Piece as well, so I've got lots of stuff to keep me going. And yeah, before I get bombarded by all the purists out there, and yes, I do watch the dub stuff, but only until there's no more dub stuff, and then I go to sub. Because if I'm painting or I'm at work, it's a lot easier to listen in than to have to watch and read all the subtitles. That requires a little bit of, at least a little bit of concentration on that part. So if you're listening and just looking up every couple of seconds, you're not going to miss anything because you can still hear it in your native tongue. And then when I get to the sub stuff, then I'll dedicate some actual time to watching it head on. So that's my process essentially. Old brushes only for typhus. Yeah, I got that, man. I got that. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got some old Citadel brushes that are banged up. Did we mention Stranger Things? Sorry, I got distracted. Only on episode 6, Raven. Oh, catch up. I got myself a trucker style hat of the new bunch. Subtitles. If I wanted to read, I'd grab a book. Yeah, you'd read the manga, right? Instead of actually watching the anime, you just read the manga. But there you go. I do think anime is good for the fact that you get the intended emotions of the characters, whereas when it's in the book, you kind of have to interpret. Anyway. Oh, also, before we get on, now I was told, I actually went to my Games Workshop, not the one in High Wycombe, though I should really visit that more often. I actually went to the one in Uxbridge because that's the one I've been to the longest, and it's not that far away where I can actually go there and, you know, catch up with the owner of, not the owner, but the manager of the store, because he's been there for 5 years now, I think. So yeah, over 5 years even, maybe 6, something like that. He's been there for a while now. And he was actually telling me soon we are going to get some awesome stuff, and the Bloodthirster, not the Bloodthirster, but what's his name? My brain just fried all of a sudden. Sorry, Angron. There we go. He said Angron this weekend. We're going to hear about Angron, 100%. Okay, cool. He showed me all of the new contrast colors as well. Didn't actually get them out because he hadn't had time to paint anything with them for the demonstrations for release day. But yeah, oh my god, are they so vibrant in person. Now, he did say there is a caveat to them. They do run a lot smoother, which is great. But they're not going to be the new coming of painting. These are more fresh tools for the toolbox of painting, so you can achieve different things and do different things. There are obviously going to be some people who cry them out as crap, and there are going to be people who say these are the best things ever. But it's not like that. It is just a new tool that you can use to achieve different things, and there are some contrast paints that you will be able to just nail the effect that you want in that one coat, no problem. So there's that. He also addressed the new washes as well, and the reformulated ones. And he said they are more in line with the contrast paints than before. So what they've done, it looks like they've used the same medium, and you know, like with base paints and then layer paints, you know, you've got the shades in between, so you can always go up a brightness or something, or a hue. It's the same thing with contrast and with the new shades. The shades are kind of like the duller versions, or that's how they've made them to be now. So they run a lot more like oil washes, where they will really struggle to stay on the surfaces. So if you like that dirty look from the older, from this current, soon to be discontinued lots of washes, if you like how they dirty up your surfaces and that, they won't do that any longer. You'll have to sort of thin down contrast to get that same effect, and these shades have been more sort of specialized in actually getting in the shades now. So that was really good to have that conversation, because it helped clarify a lot of things. Because like I said, I'm not going to be able to do reviews with them. I can't fork out 200 quid on new paints and shades that I'm not going to use for a long time, because it took me long enough to get around to using these contrasts. So it is definitely something you need to think about if you want to start a new project, or you're just about to start a new project, because obviously you don't want to start using these new stuff halfway through another project that you're currently working on, because then you're just whatever. Yeah, I know Angron's been already announced today. I was kind of sad because I was hoping it'd be announced tomorrow, and then I could be like, yeah, I knew about this. There's also there's chat about the Kazakhun for the guard. So for those who do collect guard, play guard, the Kazakhun, it looks like they're going to be the Kazakhun are a nice little reboot sort of thing, but they're going to sort of replace what the newer lot were supposed to do in the first place. So you remember you I can't remember what they're called, but you had the Astra Solar Militarum dudes, whatever they are. Right, you had the regular grunts, and then you had the dudes with the fancy goggles and the guns, and those were supposed to be the new Kazakhun, but they've gone and ended up doing Kazakhun anyway, and they're going to end up replacing those things anyway. So that's the thing. There's also supposed to be a new Chimera, so they don't... The word on the grapevine is the other tanks are fine because the proportions work fine. They're good kits, they're solid kits. There's no need to change the designs. Maybe they'll add like an extra weapon further down the line if they make it, but there's nothing to change on them. The Chimera, they will be replacing that with an updated version, so it might have more options with it, so that's cool as well. Something to do. The Scions, there you go, that's what I was on about. Anyways, so yeah, definitely new Khorne is on its way, new Berserkers and all that stuff. We already knew that. But yeah, Angron. Very cool. There you got all 4 Chaos Gods represented. Now, I'm going to do this poll before I forget. So I need to bring it up over here because otherwise I can't see it properly. I've got a teeny bitty screen here. And I'm going to try and do these as quick as possible, obviously. Because I don't want you to wait too long for Community Corner, which will be at 10 past 10 tonight, just so I got a bit more time to paint these. And if you haven't already, hop over on the Discord, join us, it's free. And post your stuff on the Community Corner tab. It'll be good to see your stuff, show it off to the whole internet. Which colour scheme? So I think first one will be the black and green, and then Howling Griffin, because you guys are gits, absolute gits. Griffin, not Griffin, Griffin, there we go. The next one we have, just go through. I like the idea of metallic and typhus. That sounds really interesting. What else have we got? Green and purple. Okay. No, actually, yeah, we'll put green and purple. How many? Can I not add any more? Oh, I can only put 4. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a bit more. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to replace the green and purple with the one that Gina suggested. So the white and blood for the blood god. Simply because, you know, Angron's coming out, so there we go. So vote for the one that you want. The top 3 I'll paint live for you guys, and I'll try and blag my way through it as much as possible. Kazakhun bases match the cat's base for the next kill team box. Okay. Could be in the kill team box that they get introduced then. I mean, we did get the Krieg lot, didn't we? Do 3 different polls, 2 each. That's too long, mate. Because I have to wait for each poll to finish. Alright, let's see how we're doing. It's a shame I couldn't get black and yellow on there. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah. Uh-huh. You know what it is. Black and yellow. Alright. So, we got 9 votes in already. 10 votes in. So, up at the top we got black and green, we got Howling Griffin following closely, we got Metallic Van Cyphers Grey coming in, and we also got a White and Blood God at the end, but that's not too late, too long, or too short of the end, because we still got some yardage to go. Which one's going to win now to fully complete? I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just jibby jabby because it sounds really cool, I don't know. So, how many folk are in the chat anyway? I don't even know. I can't tell. I couldn't even tell. But it does look like... Oh, we got 11 votes in. Oh, I'm so glad that that Howling Griffin is not the winning vote for change. Yes. All right. I'll give it... I'll give it 1 more minute, and then we will see which one wins, and then we will go and start with that. Don't change your vote. Oh no, we got 2 more votes in there. Who's logging in on extra accounts now? How is White and Blood for the Blood God not any higher? Sad times, guys. Sad times. Terrible. Oh, the 15 votes in. Is there even that many people watching? I don't even know. Who knows? Oh, there is actually 15 people watching. That is the first time that every single person that is watching has voted. So I guess I'll end the poll there. And here are the results. So right at number 1 we got black and green. Then we've got Howling Griffin, and then Metallic and Typhus. I saw some vote switching there. Or it looked like vote switching anyway. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? Right, so we'll hop over to my face. No, not my face. My space, not the face. Space. You know, oh no, don't do that. Hangabouts. Chat. Bring that down there. Just barely escaped it. Right. Webcam frame. No. Alright. Ugh. Okay. It's not gonna let me move that. Oh, you rubbish. Alright, there I am. Here I am, here I am. How do you do? Come on, let me move it. Let me move it. It's not gonna let me move it. Ah, son of a. Well, that sucks. Okay, let's get rid of it. Bye. Bye. There we go. Sorted. That's a bit better. Black on top of green on top. What? Did you just say black on top of green on top? Ah. Hey Rich, how you doing, mate? With red and yellow legs and arms. You get wrecked, mate. You get wrecked. All right, so of course we will need Black Templar, and we're gonna need green as well. Now I don't have green contrast. But I got well, I mean, Hexray Flame is basically a contrast, isn't it? And so is Tesseract Glow. Shake! Okay, so which green would you like then? Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. That's right. Yes, pro. Yes, pro. So there we go. Which one would you like? By the way, if you really are into yellows, trust me, you're going to absolutely love the new yellow. Absolutely. Whoa, Rich Smith! Look at you, you sexy bastard. Hey, with a poo emoji. Big loves, dude. Big loves. Ah, man. Hey, you should come on more often, mate. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that. So Hexray Flame, it will be. Okay, so I'll put that down first, and then I'll go for the black ochre. You always go with the lighter, then the darker, because the darker covers the lighter. Oh, you want a 50-50 mix? Ooh, okay. I'll have to actually mix something. You're more excited about the new black. The new black is pretty good. Again, it's not going to be the new Jesus of paints, but it's supposed to be a lot more richer than Black Templar. So there you go. In honor of my streaming skills. Thanks, mate. Okay. Alright, here we go. Wet the brush a little bit so it's not stiff. Right. And I'm gonna throw down a whole bunch of this Hex Wraith. Again, like I said, it is basically a contrast paint. And I wouldn't be surprised if it got moved over to contrast, along with Tesseract Glow as well. There's a chance that will get moved over. Orange is the new black. All right, let's do. Really got to shake this one up. Yeah. You know what? I'll put that 99p towards a vortex shaker of some kind. Alright. Let's mix it up. The only way is up, baby. Oh man, that's a proper toxic waste sort of colour, isn't it? Oh. The light balance does not do it justice. Look at that. It's like, just see how it is on screen. It looks a bit pale. Now imagine it almost literally glowing. Alright, so it was underbelly for the green, wasn't it? Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, you sexy bastard. Oh, dude. Dude, if this is just for you to experiment, or you doing your own, I'll tell you what, mate, you'll love it. This with black on top is gonna look so sick. See if I can get paint quickly as well. That's the key thing as well, so you can avoid those tide marks. And what I've done is I've gone over the carapace here just a little bit, just purely by accident. But I'm going to use it as a moment of experimentation to see if the black will cover it. And if it will, then I won't be so shy about putting this colour on. Get in there with the ribs. As that, it's looking so bright for you guys, isn't it? They get moved over. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard. They're going to get moved over. There's no need for them to be technicals. They were kind of like precursors for contrast almost, weren't they? Oh yeah. Alright. That's what I like about these Tyranids as well. Even though they've got a reasonable amount of detail, you can paint them relatively quickly and guilt-free. You know? They're organic. And a lot of organic organisms don't really have rhyme or reason to their colouring. A lot do, with their deadly patterns, warning colours, all that sort of jazz. But then you get a lot that are just randomly coloured just because they've, you know, evolved that way, and it just seemed to have worked in their environment. There we go. That's bright as F, man. Now what I'll do with the gun is I'll change it over, so I'll do bright green carapace details, and I'll do the rest black. Just see how that turns out. Ah, I love this tune as well. Always gets me in the mood to paint Necrons. There we go. Boing. Right. Let's see how this goes. Gloria Gaynor 1980. I have no reference to what you're on about, mate. Kinda glad I don't. I'm channeling my inner David Bellamy and Richard Attenborough. Really? Looks a bit bright on my screen. Anyway. Whoop, whoop. You know, I'm going to turn the big light off. See if it actually glows. Oh my god, it's glowing! Yeah, that was a bad idea. There we go. Anyways, very bright. Once I get a bit of this Black Templar on there, it's going to look really cool. Yeah. There we go. Straight from the pot as well. Rid of that. There we go. Maybe alternate green and yellow and how. Oh, don't get carried away. Naughty behavior. You're letting yourself get influenced by these cretins in the chat. Evil folk. Don't go over to the dark side. Thing is, I can't imagine black contrast paint doing a better job than this one, because this one does a really good job. I'm sure it probably does, you know, it's got to be a lot more richer. But it's just yeah. Tough to imagine. Alright. There we go. It's coming along nicely, actually. Boom. Alright. Dip. Scrape off the lid. Go. Alright. Maybe get the lobster. And get the rest of the gun. Ever so careful with this. They're coming out beautifully though. This black is really making the green pop. Like, really pop. I'm not going for like really neat, by the way. Otherwise I'll be swapping to a smaller brush. But it's like proof of concept, you know. That is nice. Black tongue. Oh, there's the gribbly bit on the top. Just do this bit. Around the edges. It's off, and I still got some of that mixed. Some bits I missed here and there. There you go. Look at that. Nice, quick, easy, effective, bright ass green, and a nice black over. And you wouldn't even really need, if you did it neat enough, you wouldn't even need to edge highlight or anything. Just looks good as it is. Now, with that one done. Oh, Howling Griffin. You gets. I've got Iandon Yellow. And I have Blood Angels Red. It's almost like I knew you guys would do it to me. I just got to give that yellow a real good shake. But yeah, I would suggest, if you ever want to do that green, mix in 50-50 of Hex Wraith and Tesseract Glow. Very, very nice. So, show your support. Well, show your thoughts in the chat. Put like 1, 2, 3 thumbs up. We'll do out of 3 thumbs up. How many thumbs up would you give it? Yeah. There we go. Close that. Pop it over there. Now I've got to work this out. How am I going to do it? I do hate you guys sometimes. It's not supposed to be hard. Right, I'm going to have to get something with a bit more of a point on it. Okay. Alright, let's do it. By the way, whoever voted for this is an absolute sausage farmer. Okay? Absolute sausage farmer. And if this doesn't deserve, you know, you guys subscribing, joining the memberships even. I don't know what will. Right. That's the carapace. I have to do the carapace first, just so I can get it in my head. You give me 2 boos. Thanks. Thanks so much. How's the wife and doggo, by the way, mate? Hope everyone's all good at your end. It comes out so rich, doesn't it? Ooh, that polite for. Nah, I'm not that mean. Just means you farm sausages. Take from that whatever you like. Don't know if it'll actually work for the underbody though. I think I'd need to use a 3rd colour for the underbody. But it works great on the carapace. Well, by great I mean it's on there. I don't know if it's great, but take a bit of that off. There we go. See, look, at least I'm giving it a good go as well. Orange for underbelly. So, there we go. Not too shabby, actually. Eh? Just gotta shield it from the light a bit. Actually looks half decent, which is worrisome, really. Oh, nice one, mate. I'm glad everything's working out, dude. Mix the two 50-50 underbelly. Well, let's see. Is there enough interest for that orange underbelly in the chat? Let me know. Why not? Let's get it going. Really do wish I like the painting projects I have made use of contrast more often, but the thing is, I'm painting I'm painting ultramarines the same way I've painted all the ultramarines. I'm painting silver templars, which are silver. Can't really use contrast with that. So maybe I could have used contrast for the yellow. That would have made a lot of stuff easier, but you know. Where should I go main body then? We've got 10 minutes until community corner, so don't forget, pop your pictures of your work in progress and completed stuff on the Discord. There'll be a thing there. Get fancy and do a fade from red to yellow. Not blending here. You want me to blend? This is off the cuff stuff, live. You want me to blend? I'm not all these fancy, high-flying, commission painting, award-winning miniature artists. I'm just a pleb in his bedroom with some lights and a camera. Fancy blending. I say. By the way, has no one mentioned my telescope yet? I put it in the background. It's not a euphemism, by the way. There's an actual telescope right at the back in the corner. I've had it for years. It's good. A beginner's one. Nothing fancy. You have to be really good at pointing out stuff before lining up. I did at one point get really into stargazing, and I wanted to get one of those that you can program in the coordinates of how, you know, what way it's facing and everything by lining it up with certain stars in the sky. And then from there you could just punch in some coordinates and it would automatically zip round and find what you needed. Yeah, they ain't cheap either. Grab ball for Mr. Stipple. Jesus. You know what? You know what, actually? How about black underneath? Black would be good. I got a color wheel somewhere. Could always look at that. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Where is the color wheel? Over here. for it another time. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, the first person that originally suggested for the Howling Griffin thing, if you make a suggestion, then we'll go with that, I suppose. Not stippling, by the way. Forget stippling. Right. While we sort that out, because it does look great. This looks great. Let's get the third one up and ready. Right, and it was the metallic, actually. It was the metallic and then Typhus. So I would say... Lead Belcher. Yeah. I'll do Lead Belcher all over. Do Stormhost Silver Highlight, dry brushed, obviously, and then Typhus Corrosion all over it. I'll just do the highlight on the carapace, not underneath, so there's a distinction. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's do it. This brush will do. And a brush will do. Except that one was trash, actually. Okay. Ooh, that needs a bit more of a shake. There we go. Be a lovely bit of ASMR. Just hearing paint being shaked. Shook. Like that. So dirty. Alright. I had to be the one that was sliding out of the base. Something tells me this would have worked a bit better if it was primed with a Chaos Black undercoat. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. That's what we're here. We're here to experiment and have fun doing it. And we all learn what not to do on future projects. It's a good thing I haven't really thought about collecting nids. Bollocks to it. They just ain't my style. They can paint up really nicely, but it's just not really... I'm not really a fan of horde armies, to be honest. Even the Stormcast, the Nighthaunt, they're kind of a horde army, but you can make them quite like heavily reliant on characters and stuff to keep that horde kind of thing down. But it's even then they burn me out trying to get through those. It's one thing that always put me off from getting like a Vampire Counts army back in the day for Warhammer Fantasy. It's just the amount of zombies or skeletons you'd need. Jeez. Alright. That looks okay. Let's dry that off. Rinse it off rather. The chat frozen, but rinse that out. Alright, we're nearly at community corner time. They can go big beasts only. That is a good point. But then I get intimidated by painting big miniatures. I don't know why. It's just I never really had that many big miniatures to paint when I started the hobby. Actually, I didn't have any big miniatures for a very long time. They're all troop size, nothing bigger than the one dreadnought that I had for so many years. So yeah, it seems like a big thing. It's always seemed like a big thing. It's a mental hurdle to get over, but I procrastinate a lot as well. So you put that along with the anticipation of painting something larger, and yeah, it's just a perfect storm of not getting stuff done. And then I had the same problem with Star Drake up there. It took me about 4 months to finish painting it, after it was sitting on the shelf and in a box and everywhere else for like 5 years, just built and primed. And then I finished painting it just before I moved, back in April, the beginning of April. Sort of end of March, beginning of April. And I've sort of half edited the video for it. And it was supposed to be about overcoming procrastinating and, you know, not being scared of a larger project and all that BS. And you know what? I'm still getting stuck by it. Still getting stuck by the whole thing. This is not showing up very well at all. Maybe dry brushing wasn't a good idea. I'll just go a bit heavier on the top. Not frozen, just in the days. Oh, fair enough, man. My voice can do that sometimes. Be a bit too relaxing. Yeah, that's a bit better. There's a bit more distinction. The thing is, to bring it down, I would give it a rinse of Nuln Oil, but then I can't put the Typhon Corrosion on because it would run too much, you know? So I'm trying to have a creative way of doing it. I should have mixed some black into it, maybe, for the under. Never mind. Never mind. We'll get there in the end. Hey, Modley for Advantage! Glad you could join. Glad you could join. We've been missing a lot of fun that we've been having. Here is one example that they came up with. A 50-50 mix of Hex, the Hex Flame, and Tesseract Glow, followed by Black Templar. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a stitch up without a Howling Griffin scheme. So, yeah, that's great. Give it a red wash and then a yellow one. Get out of here. Historicals don't tend to have any units with the behemoth keyword. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true indeed. Right. Maybe it ain't too... No, it's too late. Forget it. Right. Typhus Corrosion. Get an old brush. Right. Bugger off. Bugger off. Bugger off. Okay. Oh, lovely. Now, am I applying this all over, from top to bottom, or just on the underneath? Shall I leave it off the carapace? Because if I leave it off the carapace, then I'll have at least some definition between the top and the main body. That's entirely up to you. Purple wash. You don't use purple on silver. Use blues. Okay? Blues work good with silver. Not purples, man. Just posted in community corner, Kev. Get ready to lose your mind. Can't wait. Which, by the way, it's going to be any minute now. Once we get over this Typhon corrosion block. There we go. You know, I'm just going to start splodging it on. Make sure you use an old brush. You didn't know already. Splodge it all over. Lovely. I'm going to use it like I use, whatchamacallit? You know the AK Interactive streak and grime stuff. I'm just going to put it on like that. And then rub some of it off. See how that goes. I'm gonna rub this nid off. It doesn't sound naughty at all. I'm gonna rub this alien off. I hope it don't bite me back. No, no. Yeah, the singing comes free, by the way. No refunds. No exchanges. Alright. Yeah, just lather it on. Nice and thick. Screw it. Right, now it looks like it's just been dragged through the mud. And then leave it to sit for a second. Really rinse that off. Can't wait to see Keurig. It makes metallic purple. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Yep, Kev rubs an alien. Alright, so now that I've rinsed that off, I'm going to use the same brush. And then I'm just going to do this. To no effect whatsoever. Because it's dumb. Screw it. There we go. We're learning as we go, that's what we know. We're learning as we go, how did you know? That's how we do. On the hobby corner, we don't know what we do, we just make it up. And that's why we're so awesome in this club. Yes, the Hobby Corner Club. The Hobby Corner Crew. That's what I named them. I don't know if you knew that, but it's cool. You can join for only £2 a month, and it's cool because you get to see me in my pants. No, you don't. I can't say that. Legal reasons, can't sell that. No, because we don't do that. And that is how I'm going to advertise. Joining the membership. Oh my goodness. See, this is what happens when I have Pepsi rather than, or Dr. Pepper rather than a beer. Even though I've got a bottle of beer nearby. Anyways. It's coming out alright actually. You know, it's kind of got that sort of, you know when you build a diorama and you want some, like, something nasty in the background, or like a lot of nasties in the background, just to build up the layers of the background. And you normally see, like, just a quick hash out of a paint, like a quick dry brush of a black and a grey or whatever, but loads of them in the background, and then you have the nicely painted stuff in the foreground fighting it out. And it kind of feels like this would be perfect for that. But it is absolutely lovely. It looks like really rusted up grimed metal. It's got a lovely shine to it still. It's got all that definition put into it. That was a good call actually, guys. Thank you very much. Kev, you're putting people off joining now? Oh well. They wouldn't want it anyway because, you know, obviously it's too awesome for them. Right, change your water though, Kev, before you put any other brush in there. Don't worry, I will. Right, so that's it. Let's hop over to the bit that you've all been waiting for. Your membership works by you paying us to turn up, right? Oh, come on. You guys are being a bit too harsh now. It's not that bad. Right. Can't be that bad at all. Okay, so let's hop that up there. Oh my god, we've got so much going on in here already. Don't see too much, don't see too much, don't see too much. Where was I? Oh my god. Oh, gee, the Hyper Sapien, proper spamming in there. Love it. Okay, guys, this is going to be a real good segment this week. Okay. Alright, so without further ado, let's hop over to Community Corner. Hey, there we go. So Community Corner is our nice little feature that we do once a week. And essentially, you get to see your work of art or other people's works of art, whether it's works in progress, finished projects, or other stuff, you know, baking, decorating, gardening, whatever you like. It's in here. So, and we get to share it off to the whole world. So, I need more abuse. Well, they all buggered off, didn't they, and started their own channels. That's where all the trolls are gone. Everyone's got to have their own channel or their own podcast these days. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so diving right in, we have Underhive Hero. So he says is a pick drop from the fully done Howling Griffins versus his mates Angels of Redemption at the Warhammer World for his birthday. Now, if you remember, he's been working on this for months and months, and him and his mate challenged each other to do just a ridiculous paint scheme. He got challenged to do Howling Griffins, Angels of Redemption for his other mate, and they both hated it all the way through, but they stuck to it, and now they get to reap the rewards, which I think is really cool. And I got some fantastic pictures of the combat at Warhammer World on their boards. How awesome is that? There's nothing more pleasing than seeing a fully painted board with all the terrain with two fully painted armies clashing. A sneaky peek there. I like that. That's really cool. And then look at that, holding it up there. They're like, "You shall not come up here with your bikes." And these are just standing back, letting the dreads fight it out. I love that. The dreads are just like doing a little standoff. That's so cool. And they're all just standing around like, "Yeah, get him, Alfred." A bit of purple wash and it'll be pucker, mate. For which one? Oh, hang on. He was... What did he say? Someone write Kevin's lyrics down before we forget a classic. I missed that comment. Sorry, man. What's it? He missed my lyrics comment. I didn't see it, man. Hashtag Team Red and Yellow. Jeez, there we go. So yeah, look, there's the face-off as well. A Contemptor Dread against a Redemptor Dread. Is that Contemptor Dread? I think it is. Either way, big guns, big claw against another big gun and a big claw. Well, it's a fist. And look, see, he's pointing and going, I'll put my money on that guy. Terrible. Betting against your own. Oh no, and then they get involved in the fight and they're like, ah, we're not having this. So they jumped in and they're still standing back watching it go down. That's shocking. Absolute shocking behaviour there. There's no fair fight there. Oh no, now they've got involved. I'm guessing the dread exploded. Oh, disgraceful. And these are just walking around while they're surfing about. Crazy. It looks like you had fun though. That's really cool, dude. Thanks for sharing, dude. It's a Leviathan dread. Okay, there you go. Jesus. Mr. Bunker with his completed troll. That looks really nice. That is such a smooth blue. Oh. Chef's kiss to that, mate. Look how... Oh, that is just like the nicest light blue I've seen in a long time. Love it, mate. And the details on it is really nice as well. That's just a really... You even got the little pink blend on the nose as well. Love it. Thanks for sharing, dude. Oh, Hyros is now putting his pictures up. So this will be the chap who did the Angels of Redemption. It's a nice sizable force there, which is really cool. By the way, can we just say, like, that's just jokes, right? Now, did they use a McFarlane miniature for that, or did they print it off? You know, if they got caught printing, they'd be hell to pay, right? And that's what you were facing off against. These are good sized armies, by the way. After action army picks on the Shrine World table. Beautiful, mate. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up we have Davide, Mr. Flippy. That's where I'm at with the dragons and their riders with magnetized options. So he's been slowly working away at them. Took ages to get the magnetized options magnetized. But yeah, I love the blue green on that. That is such a lovely color. So these are coming along really nicely. I really can't wait to see them finish because I know they're going to really look awesome. But these are fantastic miniatures anyway. These are like the best dragons they've ever done. Because they're like proper dragons. You know? So, can't go wrong with that. Oh, it's an old Forge World one. Okay. So thank you very much. Gita Hypersapien. Nice to have you pop in again. Oh my god. They look so awesome. Just... I'm going to give you a complimentary wah for that, because that is just... That is juicier than a spit roasted squig. Ah dear. It's great. Look, you've got the blood stain going on there. You've got a little bit of glow going on. The skin tones is awesome. That nice olive green with the more fleshy colour there. Nice open wounds going on there. It's great. Targeting squig. I love a targeting squig. You've got a nice bit of weathering going on. Bases look crisp. Cannot go wrong with that whatsoever. And you got a variety of skin tones as well, which is nice. You don't see that usually with orcs because, you know, it's green tide or whatever. But I like the fact that he's got spikes attached to him. That's cool. Don't let Kev near your squigs. That's right. I'll spit roast your squigs. Don't repeat that, please. Yeah, again, the great skin tones there. I love it. You got the nice green glow going on there. Nothing but praise going on here, man. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Dude. Each one gets a front and back picture as well. Oh, I like that. That it looks like burn scar, doesn't it? That's really cool. That's a nice bit of detail there. It's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for sharing that. And so those were flash skits, and now he's working on a Death Killer War Trike. Dude, it's gonna look so sick. Look at that. Again, the skin. I love the red in there, in the for the base, you know, like in the grooves and stuff. That shading. That's gonna look so cool. Thank you so much for sharing that, dude. No, Dave, do not clip it. That is awesome, dude. Thanks for sharing that. Next up, we got Mr. Waylander. Go check his channel out, Waylander's Wandering. Also, go check out G the Hyper Sapien as well for his channel. This is awesome. I like the color choice. Very nice. So this is to go with his Thousand Suns. So of course you got that nice rich, almost metallic red, the gold, the cloak. That is just, that's like almost like shell shaded, you know, like in animations and stuff. That's a great sort of way to shade it. No over blending or anything like that. It's not needed. That will look absolutely fantastic. And of course he's painting the inside of his Sicarian. Why not? Why not? No one's gonna see it, but do it for you, Boo. You go, Boo. You do you. Oh, even a little green light on the console there. There you go. You just got to put like some weathering in there as well for the dirty footprints. You did not just clip it. Oh. Dave, you're just not a nice mod, man. You just stitched me up. You bastard. Ah, never mind. So yeah, thanks for sharing, dude. And then of course we got Mr. Fish with his awesome war himself. So at the finish line with some projects in the local league list. So this is his flyer for his orcs. Yeah, it's great. I love he's sticking with the theme, and it's working really well. Very vibrant. Of course, purple is sneaky as well, so they'll never see him coming. Thanks, fellas and the lasses. Oh man, that's nowhere near as. Actually, that's a million times worse than Dude and Dudettes. A million times. This looks great as well. This is coming on nicely. I really do like what you did here, with the metallic green going into the flesh colors. It's awesome. And the blue is a great spot color too. It's like almost as if the orcs are the spot color as well for the entire thing. I don't know what more I can say on that. It's just great. And then yeah, there you go, leopard spots. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, and you got some stripes in there as well, just to mix it up. That's sweet, dude. That is sweet. First time using decals on orcs as well. Oh, on the flyer. Yeah, on the wings there. Nice one, dude. Very nice. It's always quite strange when you finally use a decal and you're not quite sure what to make of it until it's properly down and dried on. But yeah, no, they can make a lot of difference. And this one's on its way as well. That's gonna look awesome. That has to be a conversion, right? That has to be. There's very little in your army that isn't like kit bashed or converted. I love it all. So thank you so much for sharing, man. Keep it up. Phil is sharing his Warhammer Underworld Canaan's Reapers again. Not mocking you for it. Just making it look like you're doing more work than you actually are. Tell your time with the missus. No worries, dude. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks again for the donation as well. Big loves to you, man. And say hello to the wife and dog for me. Still like looking at these though. I just love the blue on the blades. Soul blue. That blade's got more soul than the soul train. And I don't even have to get out because it's my own show. You have to suffer. This is really good to work though. It really is. You're really getting a good hold of those contrast paints. So I know you were saying before, like you're learning a whole new way of painting because you came back from a big gap in your hobby and that, and sort of relearning to paint again. But you're doing it in such a great way as well. The blades look great. All the weapons look great. The bone work and everything. So yeah, keep at it, man. You're just doing stellar work upon stellar work. So, and further work on the captain for the Astral Tridents as well. I thought it was finished. Is this the next one on? It is the next. I think it might be a second one. It looked great. And then Broken Toe Bust, Guild Bull Rage character now on the way. That looks awesome as well. It's kind of what was it? Billy Butcher, was it? Something like that. It's sort of supposed to be like a close thing to that. Soul Train doesn't stop at Kev's house. Oh, that's harsh, Void. That's harsh. Andrew says, just caught up with the look over our battle. Thanks for the compliments on the armies. I was getting back to the hotel and Hyris was preoccupied. Fair enough. That's a pain boss. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So thank you so much, Phil, for sharing. Awesome work as always. And then we got Phil, aka Raven's Rook. He's also got his own show every Monday, live at 7:30. It's 7:30, isn't it? But anyway, he does some amazing stuff. And yeah, he's working on a kill rig, kit bash. Absolutely drooled all over the finished converted work before the paint's gone on, and this just, look at the weathering and everything, man. Just, it is just great orc work. There's so much awesome orkiness today. It's just, the thing is, I've said it before, I would so love to do orcs because there's just so much I could do with orcs, but then again I would be stuck in a perpetual project paralysis, you know, where I was like, I could do this or I could do that or I could do this, and I've got all these great ideas and things ready to do it, but then I just wouldn't start on anything because I have too many options. You could say, oh, you could just get rid of the 2 options, just start on one, but then which one do I start with? Which ones do I put away for later? It's a thing. Crazy. This looks great as well. I know you're putting some barrels in there as well. I mean, that's going to look awesome. It's all done up. Tsuku. We're all on the kill rig. Kill rig. Boom, yeah. I love it. So I was singing Yellow Submarine in my head, but I was replacing the submarine with Orky Kill Rig. It was the only way I could make the beat match. Like, we're all driving in the yellow kill rig, but that doesn't fit, so it had to be a yellow Orky Kill. No, that doesn't go right either. That is hard to keep. Yeah, no, it won't work in my head. Never mind. Forget I even mentioned it. But here we go. Here is half done. And look at that. That's the platform, the weapon platform that would be on it. It's just amazing. Like, with another weapon platform there. It's got the cables holding it all together. The circular saws. It's just... ah, wow, my friend. Wow. Absolutely amazing. And then, of course, he's got a little Space Wolf going on there. Why wouldn't ya? Okafrenrika, motherfucker. That's a really nice grey blue as well. Very nice. Thank you very much for sharing, dude. Absolutely blown away by that. Cannot wait for it to finish. Such a rewarding experience to get the armies done. Admittedly, like 65% of the Howling Griffins was done last week before our game. Ooh, last minute rush. That's the only way to do it, Mr. Andrew. And then of course we got Boy Captain Bazooka. Rotor Cannon finished for the Black Shield Marauder. Yay, he's finally finished it. That is sick work, my friend. Sick work. Look at this. Everything painstakingly carved out of plasticard. How tiny is that? How tiny are these little details here? All carved out on individual pieces of plasticard and then glued on. The dude's a nutter. Look at that. Even the ammo feed, even that was pains. I mean, he showed us the bits that were chopped out against a ruler, and like each bit was just under a mil. Just under a mil. Crazy. He's done the spikes as well. I mean, it's going to be another 20 years before you finish building all of these that you want to build and then finally start painting them. But, I mean, at this point, I think it's going to be a legacy thing, isn't it? You're going to pass this project on to the next generation to finish. Absolutely amazing work, dude. Absolutely amazing. Alright, I've got to move on. I could stare at that for a long time. Look at that. Alright, I'm done. Next up is Rick Smith. So he shared something here as well, which is awesome. 3D printed Atlantis troll. Very rough and ready. that needed to get some hobby mojo back. So now cracking on with his Blood Knights. Ooh, can't wait to see those. And that's a really cool looking troll indeed. He says rough and ready, but I mean, is there any other kind of troll? They got rough skin. There's a nice blend there between the purple and the yellowy cream. It's great. It looks awesome. The bricks look great, the nails look great, the face looks great. It's a great bit of work, dude. So definitely looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. So thank you so much for posting that, dude. And that is it. That is it. That was a solid community corner this week. I'm absolutely blown away with everything you lot have been working on. I'm at a loss really, because it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy what you lot get up to. So thank you so much for sharing. Now we need to finish this bad boy here, the Howling Griffin dude. So what are we going to paint the rest of the body? I honestly think it would be overkill for it to... I'll pop it down there. I think it would be overkill, really. To do this same color scheme on the rest of the body. Yeah, I know I'm getting a bit serious with this. I didn't just like... You know me. You know me too well. We're going to see a project through. We'll bloody see it through. But then again, I think I know how I could make it work. Screw it. I'm going to carry on with the color scheme. All right, let's move that over there. Let's get that yellow back. Let's fucking do this! Yeah! I can sing like an angel if I want to. I can go metal if I want to too. Wow. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's get the yellow behind all the red carapace bits. There we go. Oh, don't drop the baby. I'll just use the carapace as the divider for the body. Doesn't have to be perfect. As we described earlier, nature is not perfect in the way it divides patterns and stuff. Well, some of the time. Actually, I'm going to retract what I just said, because there is a lot of stuff that comes out perfect in nature when it shouldn't, but it does. Right, it's in there. Go. Okay. And then the head as well. Ay. Things that get talked into by you guys. Okay. I think that is, yeah, that is that. And the tail. All the way to the end. Paint the tail and check it. No! Get out! Something muted so it doesn't take from the carapace. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. I've done it. Done it. Yeah! Okay. Don't go pink on me now, dude. Alright. Ideally, you should really wait for one colour to finish drying before applying another one. Because you don't want them to mix, contaminate. But we're not too bothered here, like I said. An organic organism. Comes out how it comes out. There we go. Looking alright. Right. And then we'll get over there as well. Go. Beautiful. Beautiful work. We'll get the other side as well. Can't be cheating. Can't be seen as cheating. Right. There you go. They came across too many howling griffins, and so they adapted. It Bear Grylls it, basically. Right. Now the tail bit. Really actually paint this way up. There we go. Oh yeah. Job done. Remember when the little kids came in the shop and you'd let them splash paint on any old rubbish? It kind of has that feel to it, doesn't it? But there you go. It's what the public asked for. Public got. And then, you know what? Just to go a bit crazy. Actually, no. On the claws. X-Wraith. And the hoofs as well. Strange that they have hooves and claws. There we go. You would never know that this wasn't painted by an expert and was just painted by some rando. There's almost pro level painting right here, for sure. Bit that in the eyes. Poke you in the eye. There you go. I think that green really finishes it off nicely. Gotta make it pop and lock. Load. Look at that. That is sick. I don't care what you say. Right? Who wants to see me paint another 1,000 points of Griffiths before the 1st of January? I want to see you do that. Thanks, Gina. Hey, look. You know, you pays your money, you rolls your dice, you take your chance. You know, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, oh, still got a nice cold beer. Ah, cold beer, love it. So, we have this scheme, which came out. I'm going to take pictures and post them up later on the Discord. Again, if you're not already there, check it out. You'll see the vibrancy of that green a lot better. Just, it doesn't matter if I put the light on or if I turn the light off. Just crazy. And then this, which I think is like I said, great for doing bulk in the distance, black background, you know, like in a dark, dank corridor with some dude blasting off some rockets or whatever. Doing this effect on like 10 of these all crammed together, stuck on top of each other. Have you ever seen like on Instagram, like people do those little it's like a little frame art but with the miniatures instead of just painting on the art. It's kind of like that. And then of course this beauty, which I think, let's face it, that's a winner, right? Beautiful. So there you have it. Do I have enough time to do Blood for the Blood God anyway? No, I don't. It's only a minute left. Never mind. It didn't win the votes. Didn't even get close to the top 3. So, there we go. We'll leave it there. So, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for entering in the community corner. It was absolutely amazing this week. I want to say another fantastic, amazing, beautiful thank you to those absolute legends who actually put their money where their mouth is and sponsor, support our members of the channel. So starting right at the top, we got Lupus Canis, Tabletop Reading Minis, and Gina Doherty over on the YouTube membership. And then on the Buy Me a Coffee membership, we got David Young, Zero Honor, Gunstar Hero, and Phil Eddie Art. Of course, it's all just as little as £2 a month. You don't need to do that. Just liking, commenting, sharing, even a subscribe. I hope I earned your subscribe. All goes towards supporting the channel. And if you want to get yourself something, but be safe in the knowledge that you are helping your favorite corner in the hobby, then there's affiliate links in the bit below the description. That's what it's called. And yeah, just order yourself whatever you like, and because you've used those links, get a little kickback. Fantastic. And with the contrast paints coming up, like I said, you're probably not going to use them for anything you're doing now, but if you've got projects coming up, there are some fantastic bundles going. And there's even if you're local enough to High Wycombe, check out Tabletop Republic. They got a fantastic bundle. Save a lot of money on it, and they're opening up a spot. Is it Leicester or Lancashire? Can't remember which one, but they're opening up a second location, so they're actually doing really well considering they're only a few years old. So big props to them. I don't get anything for shouting them out. I just like to support my local businesses. So yeah, if you get a chance, check them out. They're nice people as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the Discord. So big gloves, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Laters, taters.